Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Work and Wander, where career stories meet dream destinations. I'm Jay Cocarulo,
And I'm Jessica Badlam.
and today is another special episode because we are recording another on location episode of Work and Wander, which brings just fun and different kind of energy to the conversation. Don't you think, Jess?
It really does. There's something about being in the same room that feels really natural versus our normal Zoom setting. So I'm loving it.
Natural and a little different because I feel like we don't have a screen in front of us to rely on.
That's true. That's really true. We can get
And
a little sidetracked.
yes. But today we are joined in person with another guest, Elizabeth Johnson, who is our frontline sales representative and podium presenter. We'll talk about that. She's been 20 years with Travel and Leisure Co. And over the course of her career, she's built deep expertise connecting with owners and guests and delivering impactful presentations. She also known for something really special, what she calls the Happy Class, where she focuses on mental health, positivity, and helping others build stronger mindsets. It's become a meaningful part of how she shows up both in her role and with the people around her. Welcome to the episode.
Hey, happy to be here.
It is fantastic to be talking to you in person, as we talked about. We can't say it enough. But 20 years is an incredible milestone. So, what originally brought you to all the different versions of Travel and Leisure, now Travel and Leisure, and what's kept you here?
Yeah, like I definitely feel like I've grown up with the company. Originally Fairfield Resorts back in 2005,
There
right?
you go.
Mhm.
Yes.
And then when Wyndham happened, almost immediately after I got hired, it was like I had no idea how in- incredible that was going to impact our future and where the company and the product would go. But going back to 2005, I had prior vacation ownership experience working for a competitor in town. I actually was the youngest representative hired by Sheraton's Vistana Resort. Well, it's now called Sheraton's Broadway Plantation. I was 18 years old when I was hired
Oh my
by them.
goodness.
Wow.
I had absolutely no idea what I was doing, but they told me I got business cards and a leather portfolio, and I thought I could like carry it around with me and hand out my business cards to my
Yeah.
friends. Um, and that has turned into a 26-year career, 20 years here.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's fantastic
It's like
and amazing.
84 human years.
Oh, is that how you measure? Is
Yep.
that how you measure it?
Uh-huh.
I see. I see. And for those that maybe don't know, like, talk about what your day to day looks like. Like, what does a podium presenter do? It's like, not everyone knows the sales world. So, yeah.
Yeah, so we are lucky enough here at this site to have an incredible sales process that relieves our representatives from the stress and pressure of needing to make sure that they are quote unquote on all the time. I do now 20-minute presentation explaining who we are as a company, why people buy this, what it can do for their family. And I empty out my room and I fill it back up again. In the summertime, I'll do anywhere from 3 to 7 presentations in a day. This time of year's super nice. 2 to 3. I get to
All
kick
right.
back a little and concentrate on the other things that I do. Being a podium presenter is such a small portion of my day and my career at this point. It's kind of interesting. I was thinking as I was walking back here, I had an idea that you were going to ask me what my day entails. And what I get paid for is such a small portion of what I do every day. I think everyone here would describe me as the site mom,
All right.
following folks around. Have you set up your 401k? Do you know it's open enrollment? Do you know what an HSA
All
is?
right.
I feel like I have an opportunity to be the person that I really wish I had when I was 25 years old,
Mhm.
Yeah.
getting and really emotionally like 18. But
And there's so many layers of all those things, right? 401ks and insurance and making sure you don't miss the windows on those things and you're taking advantage of them because they're benefits of the organization,
huge,
right?
huge
Mhm.
benefits. Absolutely.
And that
Yeah.
can be so missed on the like when you're first hired and you have
Right. So much going
there's
on.
so like, as a recruiting leader, right? All
Mhm.
those things.
Yeah, and to understand a lot of it too while they're trying to learn their new role,
Mhm.
like, it's just a lot coming at them at the same time, so having that support from someone like you, Elizabeth, is huge for these new hires and really setting them up for long-term success, because if they have all of that knowledge regarding 401k, employee stock purchase discounts, travel discounts, which a lot of people take time to learn how to use,
Absolutely.
so I love that you're doing that.
Plus, I know that from a business perspective, if we can keep our people
Mhm,
and help them be happier, if they have medical insurance, if they have access to be able to take care of themselves, they're probably going to stay with us longer and be healthier while they're here. I heard somewhere recently that it's impossible to thrive while you're surviving.
Mm.
mm,
And that just seems to be kind of like flowing through my mind recently because it's so true. I spent a lot of time, even working for this company, trying to survive. And had I been given an opportunity to thrive earlier, I can't imagine where I would be right now. Um, not, I would definitely work for Wyndham and be in my current position. When I say I can't imagine where I would be right now with my own mental health journey.
mhm.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
my own um, uh, uh, s- uh, opportunity for self care, which is something I've had a hard time understanding and learning and employing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know that that kind of leads into something that you call your passion project, right? Which is something that she's very, very well known for here in Myrtle Beach and throughout the region because she doesn't know I'm going to say this, but I know she was just awarded the Impact Player of the Region
Oh,
at our
all
business
right.
unit meeting.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
So
Thank
That's
you.
that's
awesome.
huge.
It
Yes.
was huge.
Very well deserved, but you do lead something called your Happy Class. Can you tell us what that is and how it got started?
Definitely. So back in 2021, I was waiting in the school pickup line of North Myrtle Beach Middle for my kid to walk out, listening to a podcast. And I just happened to click on a podcast called The Happiness Lab by Dr. Laurie Santos, who is a Yale University psychology professor. And the first episode, I heard her say something that changed my life from that point forward. She said that there is a correlation between money and happiness, but it's not what we've always thought. We've pretty much, especially here in America, we think if we make more money, we'll buy nicer things. Those nicer things will make us happier. But in reality, we make more money, we buy nicer things. We need more money. We want nicer things.
Mhm,
I work with a lot of people, and I've worked with a lot of people that make a lot of money, and I wouldn't classify them as being the happiest people that I've ever met.
mhm,
Mhm.
So she said the correlation between money and happiness is that happy people make more money.
mm,
Happy people sell more, and happy people have more job security.
Hmm.
And my figuratively, my brain exploded, and all I could think of was happy people sell more. Happy people sell more. We're a sales organization. I wonder what would happen if we actually helped our people be happier.
mhm,
And like, what does that even mean? And how could you do that? So we were kind of talking a little bit about earlier about my ADHD diagnosis and how I think it's a superpower for me. Well, learning that, hearing her say that, like, threw me into an internet frenzy of looking Dr. Santos up, and I found that she created what is the most enrolled in course in the 300 years of Yale University history called the Science of Well-Being,
mm,
a class that teaches her students what the things are that actually make humans happier and the science behind why, and also why the things that very often we think will make us happy do not, and the science behind why. So I found out about that class, which is now taught in stadiums pretty much. One out of every four Yale students signs up to take the course. She created that in 2016. Then I found out that you could, or discovered rather, that you could take this Yale course online for free at that time, called through an app called Coursera, an educational platform where folks can go on and sign up for different courses for professional or personal development. And I had the idea, like, what would happen if I invited whoever might be interested in actually
Yeah.
taking this Yale University psychology course with me, and let's see, like, what would happen to our sales numbers. So I'm just so fortunate that I have a great relationship. I feel like I've really grown up professionally with Jason Barnhill, Eric Burtis, Joey Dillon, and now Aaron Evans. And they seem to be mostly 90% receptive to my crazy ideas and allow me the opportunity to see where they might go. So I asked Jason for a meeting later that week, and I told him my idea, and he was all about it. So I pitched, quote unquote, our Myrtle Beach frontline sales team the following spring. I had 7 representatives sign up to take the course with me. We had an incredible increase in both VPG and their happy scores. And that was the first of what I've now done 12
All
times
right.
with
Wow.
different groups across our company. And it's really a Yale University psychology course called The Science of Well-being. And then some of the kids here just renamed it the Happy
I
Class.
I
love that.
mean,
Yeah.
it fits perfectly, and I feel like, right, it's not something that people talk about in a lot of worlds, but especially in the sales world, right? You don't take that pause necessarily to think
Mhm.
about your well-being. So, like, why has it? The story was great, but like, why is it so important to you personally to keep on rolling with it?
I love what I do for a living. I love this company. I love this product. I believe in it deeply. I'm a platinum owner. I use it all the time. And I know that we say it kind of sometimes tongue in cheek that this product can change lives, but this product really can change lives.
Mhm.
And I have so many personal stories of incredible life milestones that I've experienced at Wyndham Properties. I feel like if I can love on the folks that sign up for this class in a way that they feel seen, they feel heard, they feel that as a representative of the company that I'm someone that cares about how their day's going or how their month is going. And one of the number one rule of Happy Class is we don't talk like travel and leisure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We don't talk sales numbers. We don't talk deals. We don't talk
yeah,
managers. We
Mhm.
only talk about each other. And it's really created a culture shift here
Mhm.
that is almost undescribable. I recently received the Presenter of the Year award at the House of Blues. And I, I know this sounds really terrible and kind of ungrateful, but I don't even really care about that. I care more that as I was accepting that award, some of the folks that had taken that class with me, or gone along that journey with me, they started chanting happy.
Oh,
um,
I love.
Yeah. So if we can take better care of each other, we will sell more of this product the
Mhm.
right way. That's how I feel for sure.
Yeah, that's amazing. I was
right. I want to have you down and to
Orlando,
corporate
I
and
know.
oh, and do some happy class.
I was invited to Atlantic City last year
Mhm.
All
to do
right.
a happy class. So I flew up a couple times and then did a couple of the group meets on Zoom. I am currently in a happy class for our Ocean Ridge sales and marketing team. I'll be starting a happy class for Ocean Boulevard on the 16th of this month, and I don't ever want to make the people that I work with here every day feel like I am now ignoring them
Right.
Of
to take care
course,
of.
of
So
course.
the next frontline happy class will start at the end of May.
All right. Gotta be,
Uh-huh.
gotta,
Wow.
gotta share.
I know. It's hard to I mean, because that could spread so well across the organization, but obviously home
Mhm.
base is super important too, and you've made a huge impact here, and I was gonna ask you kind of what you thought, the biggest impact you've seen from it, but you kind of explaining getting that award and your students from the happy class chanting that for you. I mean,
100%.
that's just that kinda gave me goosebumps.
Yeah.
And they they're excited about the program.
Mhm.
They've seen the results. So it was less I think, to honor me in that moment and more to honor what we've done
Put
here.
together.
Together, yeah.
Yeah, and it's so popular actually that my last happy class here in Myrtle Beach Frontline had 21, which is one third of our total sales
Yeah.
force.
Mhm.
10 of the 21 were repeat participants that had done it before. One of our 2025 President's Club inductees, Juwan Bryant, has been in every single happy class I've had since he was hired. He's been in 3 back to back, and he says as long as I keep doing it, he will too.
Yeah.
Oh,
So not only do our representatives actually see their VPGs increase, I had one happy class of 12 that saw a VPG increase of 48%.
oh,
And when
wow.
I look at the movement for each of these classes to gauge their how efficient they were, I take the class's VPG for the 2 months prior to Happy Class, quote unquote, starting and compare it to the VPG for the 2 months of Happy Class. And every single one has seen an increase of a minimum of 11%. These are the same guests that we're seeing, the same representatives that work here every day, the same presentation, the same product.
Mhm.
They just are feeling better about themselves. And when we feel better about ourselves, that energy translates in a million different ways, very
Yeah.
often subconscious.
Yeah. Oh
So
my
true.
goodness. Yes.
So true.
Phenomenal.
So I don't really teach anything. I just take this
You unlock
Yale
it.
Yale psychology course with them, and we take what's called a happy quiz at the beginning of the class, and that same happy quiz at the end of class. And every single person has seen an increase in their happy score. Even folks that come in with an exceptionally high pre-score will still see an increase. So I think people just are feeling better and they want more of that.
Mhm. That's phenomenal. I'm
Yeah.
so glad we had you on, and but one of the reasons I wanted to ask you on was because she came to our BU meeting thinking that she was gonna be able to give a whole presentation on the happy class to all the leaders from the
Yeah.
East region and from the Peak region, but it was a way to get her there to
Oh,
recognize her with that award.
I
So I was like, we
see.
have to get
Tricky.
her on the
Tricky. I
podcast.
like it.
Mm,
I like it. All
Yes.
yep.
right.
She worked really
Uh-huh.
hard on that presentation
No.
too. I sent her some stats and everything.
Yeah, like really hard, which I appreciate the underlying thought, right? To trick me, to get me there, to celebrate me. But geez, 20 years, don't you people know me by now? Couldn't you
She
have
was
tricked
coming
me? I
prepared.
know. Couldn't you have
Yeah.
tricked me with something that didn't require 100 hours of work and
Yeah,
prep?
Jess.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I didn't know it was a trick. I gave her the stuff she
Yeah,
needed.
yeah,
Uh-huh,
exactly.
uh-huh.
That's funny.
I love that. But anyway, since this is Work and Wander, let's talk travel. So,
Yeah.
with 20 years in this industry, what's a trip that really stands out to you personally?
Well, I have to say that my family and I take a trip every year to Park City, Utah, and we stay at our Wyndham Resort there
Nice.
and ski. And even though we've had life moments there, like my kid learned to ski on that mountain with my 2 brothers on
Mm.
either side of him.
Yeah.
I can't get him to ski with me now. He's 16 and he's a jerk. But my husband says that's totally normal, and if I just keep him alive and healthy until he's 22, he'll love me again. So if you heard my voice crack, that's what that was about. Oh,
Yeah.
when he would hang out with me.
No.
But there's just something to me that's magical about that property and about those mountains. It's calming for me. There's like 300 plus ski trails that you could go down literally the whole entire day. You could just explore and still only maybe cover a fraction of the mountain. It's incredible. So I would say that stands out to me every year
Mhm.
and has for the last 12 since the property opened.
Mm.
Other than that, I have a favorite RCI property that we exchanged to. This was actually the first trip that I took my now husband on
All right.
to the Divvy Little Bay Resort in St. Martin.
Mm.
And
Oh.
I booked an extra vacation getaway at that time for $249. And I told my husband, who had only ever taken care of people in his adult life, I said, I'm going to take you on a vacation. And I did the whole thing where we opened the condo door and I said, what do you think I spent on this? And he said, wow, we need to talk. You are obviously someone that cares about doing nice things for other people and enjoying those experiences, but saving a little bit of money. And I don't think he'd admit that that's one of the reasons why he married me, but I know he definitely appreciates it for
I
Yeah.
sure.
love that.
That's
I love that.
awesome.
That's so fun. That's that right, and that's I assume that you use story very similar to that when talking about our products to
Mhm.
the owners or prospective owners, right?
I have a million of
Yeah,
them.
it's
Just
great.
uh, less than 2 years ago in May, I took my parents-in-law down to Disney for their 50th wedding
Oh,
anniversary.
fun.
Yeah,
We stayed at Bonnet.
of course.
Mhm. It was also Disney World's 50th anniversary. So
Mhm.
the
Mhm.
signage at the parks looked
Oh,
like
it's
it
Oh,
was
50.
wow, that's
Oh, look
amazing.
at
Yeah.
that.
I
I did
love
all this
that.
for you.
Look what I
It was
did.
amazing, yeah, and we got them shirts that say "Never too old for Disney."
That's
Oh,
great.
So I have a million of them. This is something that at 26 years old, when I came to work for this company, I am not, rather, I should start off by saying I am not an innate salesperson. I've met incredible salespeople working for this company, salespeople that y- I don't even know if they can teach what they do because
Mhm.
it's just so natural and effervescent to them. I've never been that person,
mhm.
but I'm a person that can outwork that person. So very early on in my career with our company, I wanted to own this product because I knew that owning it and using it, I knew that that would transfer in the way that
Mhm.
I talk about it, and my career took off from there.
Got it. Love that.
I know. It's wonderful.
Is there so you've mentioned like 5 different trips in the last like 5 minutes, but is there something on the list that you haven't made it to yet? Like, is there a bucket list item that's like waiting
Oh my
for
gosh,
you?
there's so many. In fact, sometimes I tell our guests that one of the hardest parts of working for this company is that that bucket doesn't have a bottom.
Mm,
I now have places on my list that I never even knew existed, right? Like Reykjavik.
all right.
I never had an idea that I wanted to go to Iceland until all of a sudden it popped up on my algorithm and now it's all I see. But there's so many places. My husband will be retiring in 2 years, so I plan on, my boss doesn't know this yet, taking
All right.
a
Wait.
couple months off.
All right.
Uh-huh, and doing some European travel and some Asian travel.
All right.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
so like I mean, might as well be the globe if you're going to Europe
I
Right.
and
know,
Asia and
right?
Yeah,
everything.
while you're out
Uh-huh,
there,
Yeah,
you gotta
I
you
take
mean,
know,
advantage.
yeah.
depending on the year, I might not come back.
All right. I like that. I like that. Any one place, like if you had to pick one, is it Reykjavik or is it
Yeah, that was actually on we had that trip booked
okay?
this year.
All right.
Uh-huh, in the spring, and I had a family emergency,
Oh no.
Mhm.
unfortunately yes, so, if I were to have my bucket list in my mind, yeah, that
Reykjavik.
jumped back on to number 1 since we weren't
Okay.
unfortunately able to do it.
All right. I
Yeah.
love that. I love that. Well, before we wrap, we have a fun little, we'll call it a game called the suitcase sprint, where Jessica peppers you with short answer questions. So first thing that pops into your mind.
Are you ready?
Okay, no, I'm not ready
Oh,
yet.
she's not ready.
See,
Because 'cause
every
I'm not
time.
Every
really
time.
like I'm a presenter for a reason, I'm not really like a short answer person,
Well,
but I'm gonna try really
try your
hard.
best.
Okay,
Yes,
Yeah,
rapid
yeah,
fire.
rapid
We're gonna
fire.
go. All
Okay.
right, 3, 2, 1.
Mhm.
Window seat or aisle seat?
Window seat.
Another point for me.
I know, all the points for Jessica.
Jay. They just like me better.
That's what it is.
Just kidding. Carry on only or checked bag?
Depends on where I'm going.
Okay. Unpack immediately when you arrive or do you live out of the suitcase?
I live out of the suitcase.
Okay.
All right. When you're in flight, what's your vibe? Are you reading, watching something, or just relaxing?
Probably all of the 3, for
Yeah,
sure.
especially
Like, I
depending
have
on where
them
you're
on
going.
high rotation.
Yeah.
Again, hashtag ADHD.
That's funny.
Those long flights, you got to have
Yeah,
options.
you gotta have options.
All right. I have to pick one: beach, city, or mountains.
Mountains.
I feel like that was
That was,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Fair. Go to hotel breakfast item.
Pancakes.
Oh,
Oh,
the
all
maker.
right.
Okay. Dinner at a resort or do you explore local dining?
I have, see, told you I was going to try to make this a long answer. Dinner at the resort.
Okay.
You know it's
Mhm.
gonna be good though. I feel like we get a lot of like explore local dining, but at the resort you like
And we have like
There's no
at
break.
Lime Tree in St. Thomas, we have our favorite servers at those restaurants. We have our
I like
favorite
that.
meals.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that.
There's something to be said for that.
I
Not having
agree.
to get in a car
Yeah.
or walk or
Rideshare.
find a place or
Mhm.
take a risk, roll the dice. Like there's all those things
I know.
that you have to
I know.
factor in.
I like it. All right. One place you'd go back to again and again.
I think I answered that earlier, Park City.
Yes.
Yes.
And then last question, one word that describes your ideal getaway.
Calm.
I don't think we've had that. I like that.
We haven't because I feel like we get a lot of adventure people, but I like
Yeah.
the calm.
Mm-hmm.
There's enough
no
adventure
stress.
in my brain every day.
There you go. So
I'm wound pretty tight.
I
That's
love
why
that.
she needs vacation.
There you go.
Yeah.
I
There
feel
you
that
go.
way too.
Maybe a multi-month one coming up. Who knows?
Yeah.
All right. To finish things off, the mission at Travel and Leisure, as you know, is to put the world on vacation. From your perspective, both in your role and the work you do with your happy class and around mental health, how do you see that mission come to life every day?
Well, I take that mission personally and I encourage, sometimes even give from my own account, vacations to our representatives because I know that when they actually experience our product, it will make sense to them. Here at the frontline, the average age of our sales team is 23, 24, super young because of the internship with Coastal Carolina. So very often those are kids that haven't taken a vacation without their parents and they don't really know what it's like to stay in a condo and have that experience. So I help put the world on vacation by helping put our people on vacation.
All right. Very well said.
Yes. This has been such a great episode. I've really, really enjoyed it. So thank you so much for joining us on Work and Wander today. And thanks to our listeners for tuning in. And until next time, keep wandering.